Hey guys, what's up? Today I'm going to be playing with the Wet n Wild Pac-Man collection. I showed it to you guys on my Instagram stories and a lot of you requested that I do a look with it, so that's what I'm going to be doing today. I'm also going to be doing swatches because I've really enjoyed doing those. This is going to be like a first impressions type of thing, and I'm also getting ready to go to an event. I know, what's new. I always take the opportunity of me getting ready to film a video, so that's what I'm doing today. Yet again. Before I begin, please don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I really appreciate your support. I upload videos every Tuesday and sometimes on the weekend. And I always have extra videos up on my Patreon at patreon.com/pompberry. As you can tell, I've already done my foundation and concealing and all of that, but I haven't contoured, I haven't done anything else because I want to be able to play with a full collection on a blank canvas. And I also painted my nails with the nail polishes from the collection. My thoughts on these nail polishes is you get what you pay for. You can buy the full set of 5 polishes for $9.99. On my nails, I added a top coat so they all look like they have the same finish, but some of them have different finishes actually. The pink one is more a satin finish rather than a super high shine finish. The blue one has glitter running through it, so does the yellow, but the yellow is very, very sheer. I had to do a lot of layers, like 4 layers, to get it to look truly yellow and so that you wouldn't see my nail through it. But please ignore my shitty ass manicure. I did it myself and I do not paint my nails that often. I actually did this manicure like a week ago, and so I just touched it up today so I could film this video. I found that the color chipped within a day or two of wearing it, and it definitely did not last a week. By the end of 1 week, most of my nails were really heavily chipped and flaking off. So as I said, you get what you pay for. These are maybe some fun colors to give to younger people to use, but they don't have a good durability, so I probably won't be using them again, to be honest. Now moving on to the face, I'm going to prep my lips before I do my eyes, so that way I give my lips the time to soak in all the moisture before I get to doing the lipstick at the end. So in this collection, there's the Bonus Fruit Lip Scrub and the Bonus Fruit Lip Balm, and they both retail for $4.99 each. I think the packaging is incredibly cute. I just find it odd that there's nothing on them that indicates which one is which. You have to physically open it up to see. On the bottom, there's just a series of numbers, and it doesn't say if it's a lip balm or scrub, so you have to do the heavy lifting, so to speak, and open it up and take a look. So the green one is the lip scrub, and it smells pretty artificial. It definitely has a fruity scent, so I'm just going to take some of that on my nail and then scrub it up down my lips. I don't use lip scrubs that often unless my lips are like super dry, but let's see what they say about this one. Score major points with this signature lip scrub that exfoliates away texture using a formula infused with muru seed butter, vitamin E, sunflower seed oil, and jojoba oil to keep lips soft. Then I'm going to dampen a little washcloth so that I can remove the scrub because I don't know how safe this is to eat. Some scrubs are really natural, like the Lush lip scrubs. You can just eat them off your lips when you're done scrubbing. But I actually have not looked at the full ingredient list for this. And if there's anything in there that's slightly artificial or whatnot, I wouldn't want to ingest it. Although it is sugar-based, but I still don't want to risk it. So that's why I'm wiping it off instead of eating it. And now for the lip balm. It smells like fake cherry scent or flavor. And I'm just going to put that on. Oh, I think it's slightly tinted, just like the tiniest bit. Yeah, it's got a tint to it, which I mean, you can tell that it's pink, but I didn't think it would translate like that on the lips, if that makes sense. That feels really nice. It says here, this pocket-sized cherry-flavored lip balm has a power-packed formula that softens and hydrates the lips with a blend of moisture-rich ingredients including vitamin E, muru seed butter, and shea butter. All right, so my lips actually feel very soft right now. So I'm gonna move on to the eyes. Now before I get into doing the look, I'm gonna talk to you a little bit about the palette. It looks a little something like this. It has 9 colors, most of which are matte, which I absolutely love. I didn't quite understand why they made the orange shimmery, but that's okay, it's still a really pretty color. The Gameover color palette retails for $9.99, and to describe it, they said, take a wild trip down memory lane with Wet n Wild's very first 9-pan color palette. Oh, I didn't know that. Packed in the classic Pac-Man grid, with powerful matte, shimmer, and metallic shades that are ultra pigmented and budge proof. You can tell from the swatches that it is pretty pigmented. They do feel very dry and powdery though, so I'm curious as to how they perform on the lids. I thought it was cute that they made the yellow the biggest pan, but that also got me worried because I thought if they don't make a good yellow, it's going to suck because it's the biggest pan in the palette. But it seems like all the colors performed really well in the swatches, so let's move on to applying them to my eyes. For the eye look, I'm actually taking a little bit of inspiration from a doll face-up painter. Her name is Layla, and this picture was actually posted on my Discord channel by one of my followers, Moxmatronic. So thank you so much for the suggestion. If you want to join us on the Discord, I'm going to leave the link down below. We chat about a bunch of things, including makeup, and we all post inspiration pics and try to get each other motivated to create. But I'm drawing inspiration from this doll face-up because the colors that she used in its makeup are very similar to the colors in this palette. I'm going to try to use as many colors as I possibly can, and I'm not going to copy the look exactly. I'm just drawing inspiration for the color placement, but I am going to modify it because I do want to add a bit of a Pac-Man twist. So because I really want these colors to pop, I know that my eyes are already powdered down and everything, but I think I am going to go in with a layer of the ColourPop No Filter Concealer to act as a base to really make sure that the shadows have something to stick onto. So I'm not going to powder this down because, as I said, I really want the colors to pop. And I think I'm gonna start with the inner corner, and I'm gonna go in with the orange, even though it's a shimmery color. But I'm gonna take that and put it right in my crease in the inner corner, just to start off my transition. It's weird, it's reading almost coral instead of orange on my skin. Like it's reading almost as if it were this color, and I'm using this one. So that's kind of interesting. Then I'm going to take the yellow to blend it out. I'm gonna pack it kind of on top of that orange. Oh, and I should have mentioned before, the collection comes with 2 brushes, and I'm using the eyeshadow brush to pack on these colors. The eyeshadow brush retails for $7.99, and the powder brush retails for $8.99. Now, these aren't exactly cheap for Wet n Wild standards, but I think they are worth the money. They are really, really well-built brushes, and they are really, really soft. And you can see the brushes have little confetti in them, shaped like little Pac-Man and little dots. And I wish that they had made a full brush set because these brushes are adorable and they're very soft and they feel really, really good. Then I'm going to take this coral color and try to intensify. Ooh, that one really pops. Okay. Yeah, see, the orange swatched pretty well, but did not perform well. This color I'm using right now reminds me of one of the colors from the Huda Beauty Neon palette. I think it's cool that Wet n Wild is doing something a little bit more bold. One thing though that, I mean, I love the color story in this palette, but when I think of Pac-Man, I think of primary colors mostly, and only a few secondary colors. So to see like a purple and a teal in this is kind of unexpected. And also like this burnt orange brown color, like what's that doing in here? I don't know. It's a pretty shade. I just don't know what it's doing in here. I feel like we got the yellow, we got the blue, we're just missing the red. Like this is a very bright neon coral, it's not red. But I don't know. I still think it's a cool color story. I'm glad that they dared to be more bold with it. Cause let me just compare it real quick. Hold on. Let me just compare it to the Ipsy and Tetris palette. They launched 2 palettes. This is one of them. That's what it looks like. This is a freaking Tetris palette. And it's got these basic ass colors. So not happy about this. Happy about this. Happy that they went bold and didn't go for neutrals with one pop of color here and there. Next, I'm going to take the pink and I'm going to pack that on my lid, on the inner part of my lid anyway. It looks almost like a sunset. This pink performs really well. Still kind of sad about that first orange that I tried though. Just going to wipe the excess off my brush, and then I'm gonna go back in with that first orange to try to intensify it a little bit maybe. Then that got rid of the yellow a little bit, so then pack on some yellow. And I haven't decided if I'm gonna do brows today or not, so I'll worry about them later. Then I'm gonna extend the pink towards the center a little bit. I think now maybe I should use a different brush because it's got a ton of warm colors on this and I don't want it to get in the way of this really, really pretty teal. So I'm just going to pack that. Ooh, that is really pigmented. Even packing it on with a really fluffy brush, it's still bringing on the color. Damn, son. Alright. Now, the last Wet n Wild PR package that I received was the Crystal collection, and I was really disappointed by those shadows. They barely had any pigmentation in them whatsoever, and they were shimmers, which is weird, because usually shimmery colors are really pigmented. But yeah, that was a no-no. So I am pleasantly surprised with this collection that they went all in for pigmentation. I am getting quite a lot of kickback in the palette, but it's fine. As I said, the shadows feel kind of powdery, so that is to be expected, but it isn't really affecting anything. Ooh, yeah, now I'm dipping into the dark blue and putting that in the corner, and that is also quite pigmented. I'm just going to gently blend that into my crease. Whoa, that is very pigmented. Shit. Grabbing a new brush so I can blend it out better. I think I have fallout on my face, but that's fine. And I'm going to grab a bit more of the teal because I feel like it got a little bit lost. I feel like I'm going to be the most colorful girl at the party. These colors are very bright. I am really digging this. Then I'm going to take a smaller brush and I'm going to take the purple and I'm going to pack that right where, ooh, yes, pigmentation. Right where the pink and the dark blue meet. Damn, these are coming out more pigmented than I thought they would from doing the swatches. These are surprising me in a really good way. Yeah, $10 for this palette ain't bad. I'm going to blend that kind of into the crease a little bit. Damn, I was gonna do like a Pac-Man liner, but now I don't know if I want to. Kind of just want to do a neon liner. That would look really cool. Then I'm going to dip into the dark blue again and then just really intensify the outer corner. And I'm going to be careful because I am getting quite a bit of fallout here, but I'm just going to really intensify that blue. I like that the colors aren't getting muddy. You can see each color distinctly, which is very important. Although the teal is kind of getting a little lost, but just going to pack some more on around the edge, and then there you go. I'm also going to take the teal under the eye, just taking it real close to my bottom lash line. I feel like the teal really mixes in with the skin color. I've got a more kind of yellowy skin color, so it isn't reading as true teal, and I wish it had a little bit more of like an opaque like white base to it, if that makes sense, so that it would read as true teal. But I imagine if you used it on a white base, it would work really well. I'm also going to take a little bit of the purple and just add that to the outer corner of my bottom lash line. And I'm going to add the pink right in the center. And then I'm going to take the shimmery white color and pack that into my inner corner. Ooh, that's pretty. That is pretty. Oh, it's like a very fine shimmer. And I thought it was going to tend towards blue. And I feel like there is a little hint of blue in it, but it's mostly just pure white. Now I think I'm going to move on to cheeks and then I'll go back to the eyes later. And I'm going to start off with a palette and I'm going to be using the face brush, and it looks a little something like this. The blush palette retails for $9.99 and I think it's adorable because it has the score embossed onto the actual blushes. I thought that was a really cute detail. This blush palette includes 4 blendable shimmer and matte shades that create an unbeatably flattering summer flush. So these 3 colors are shimmers. This one's a matte. I'm going to go in with the matte because I want to use the little pellets as well, and they are shimmery. So I'm going to start off with this matte color right here and take that on the brush, and I'm just going to apply that. I'm going to start shaping my face with this. Oh, this is a really cute day-to-day blush. Very natural looking color. I'm going to take that onto the apples of my cheeks a little bit. I'm just going to bring it up and around my temples. So I'm going to take that color onto my chin a little bit. Then I want to dip into the Pellet bronzer and blush. I've seen a product like this before with Wet n Wild for one of their highlighters from the Crystal collection, but I thought it was nice that they added a bronzer and then a different option of blush to the collection. And I thought that it was really cute that they included the pellets in this collection because it's a nod to the pellets in the game. So the Power Pellets blush lighter retails for $6.99. Wet n Wild's first ever blush lighter, an innovative hybrid between a blush and a highlighter highlighter, these pigmented pearls create a luminous glow with a dewy coral toned finish. I'm so excited for this. And the Power Pellets bronzer, which also retails for $6.99. Get your personal cheat code for bronze skin. This bronzer includes a high-tech pigmented pearl formula that is buildable and blends to create a virtually seamless sun-kissed glow. So I'm going to dip into the bronzer first, and you have to be careful so that these don't fall out. And I'm just going to dip, whoa, it seems to be very pigmented. So I'm just going to take that one and kind of contour with it a little bit. I'm gonna take it around my forehead. Oh boy, it is quite pigmented and quite dark. Damn. Thankfully, I will be wearing a wig, so that will be covered up. But damn, be careful with this if you are very light-skinned. It definitely has a nice finish. It's very red though. I feel like this would be good on darker skin tones, so maybe not great for very fair skinned people. And it's funny because it doesn't look that way when you look at it. I'm just gonna take my beauty blender real quick and just go over that because it is very, very intense. Now I've wiped off the excess off the blush and I'm going to dip into the blush lighter. I'm going to apply that on the top of my cheeks. Ooh. Okay, but I feel it is very much more a blush than it is a highlighter. It has made my cheeks super, super rosy, so don't use it exclusively as a highlighter. Damn, now I'm super rosy. What have I done? Okay, I'm just going to blend that really well. It is quite pretty. It does give a nice glow to the skin. So I feel like I want to take a little bit more of the teal and bring it further out on the bottom. I'm just going to pack it on. Oh, and this is funny. This brush is from the Ipsy and Tetris collection, and this I thought was really cute. It has the little Tetris blocks on it, and it's a nice little eye brush. But the rest of the collection, I do find it funny that makeup companies are suddenly bringing back retro games, but I am honestly all for it. I love video games. I love it when multiple passions of mine collide, like makeup and video games. So I am here for it. Just wish that they would all kind of do what Wet n Wild did with this collection. What I initially had envisioned for this look was to do a black liner outlined with blue liner and then have the yellow dots in the middle, but I feel like it would really kind of clash with all the colors I've got going on. I feel like this is a really, really fresh summery look. This palette is absolutely amazing for the summer, and I feel like if I added that black liner, it would just kind of clash a little bit. I might do that look some other time, just kind of sticking to the primary colors and then do a full-on Pac-Man graphic eye. Let me know if you guys want to see that. I can do that some other time, but for now, I still want to add that little Pac-Man touch, but I don't want to go really heavy by adding a dark liner to this. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Suva Beauty Hydra Liner in the color Dance Party. It's this neon yellow, and I am going to do a dotted liner, but that's all I'm going to do. I'm not going to add the black liner underneath it. So I've dropped some water in here, and I'm going to take a really, really small paintbrush. I'll leave the link down below to this paintbrush. It's a little liner brush, but it's teeny, teeny, tiny. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a dotted liner, and I'm going to start, I think, at the back here. I'm going to keep my eyes open because I want to make sure that I can see it when my eyes are open. Wait, actually, I am going to want to put on fake lashes, so before I continue with this, I'm going to do a very thin liner using the NYX Epic Ink Liner, and this is just so I can map out where the lashes are going to sit so that I can do the dots above this line to make sure that they're visible when I apply the lashes. And I know I said that I didn't want to add like a harsh black line, but this liner is going to be hidden by the lashes. This is just to kind of prepare my eyes for the lashes. This won't be visible in the end. So there we go. Now I have that tiny little line, and then I can do the dotted liner above that. So now it's going to create more little dots along my lash line, but not close to the root because I will be putting on fake lashes. And this will be my little nod to Pac-Man, the little pellets. I am going to keep the dots pretty small. I kind of want them to be roughly the same size because they were all the same size in the game. The size of the dots will vary depending on how much lid space you have. And it will get trickier as you get into the inner corner. And I'm kind of, instead of having my brush pointed this way, I'm turning my hand and pointing my brush this way so I can get to the inner corner. at this angle, and it makes it a tiny bit easier. Ah, that's so cute. I might add one more at the end, just so there's like a little wing, or even two more. There we go. Oh my god, that's so cute! Ah! Thinking I also want to do a dot down here. Ooh, I don't know if I could draw a little Pac-Man because I have a lot of wrinkles, so I don't know if it would translate that well. Let me finish this eye and then I'll see. Now for my waterline, I'm going to go in with the ColourPop Cream Gel Liner in the color Crossed. And I'm just warming it up on the back of my hand and then applying it to my waterline. And it's a really, really bright neon yellow that's going to match the yellow liner that I just did. I kind of feel like to balance out these little dots on top, I should do a big dot at the bottom. And I'm just going to pretend it's Pac-Man with his mouth closed because that's just what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to create a bigger circle right there. Oh no! I looked down and that's what happened. That's what happens when you have lots of creases in your under eye area. You have to wait for shit to dry until you can even breathe. I'm just gonna do that and then wait for it to dry before I do anything else. And I'm just gonna pretend that's Pac-Man with his mouth closed because he does look like that. He does look like a circle. Now I'm going to pretend that he's on his way to come and eat all these little pellets up here. So I'm doing one more layer to make sure it's opaque, and I'm doing everything in my power to not look down. And my friend Daniel actually always does little dots under his eyes. He always does little white dots. That's like his signature thing. This is not where it came from, but it did remind me of that. I just thought that I needed something to balance out the dots on the top. And these liners do dry down kind of sticky, so to stop it from sticking to itself, I'm going to take a little pencil brush and some translucent powder, and look at this. I just bought it yesterday. I'm so excited. This is the translucent powder holder by Anna Sui, and it is so cute. I just have my powder in here, and then it also has a little powder puff that stays in here. I'm just going to grab a little bit of translucent powder, and then just pack that so that it stops sticking to itself and creasing. Now I'm going to leave lashes for last, and I'm going to move on to lips. And in this collection they have 4 different lip glosses. They call them the Ghost Gloss lip gloss. They each retail for $5.99. And they say that these lip glosses have a mirror-like shine and a long-wearing finish, created with a moisture-rich formula of vitamin E, murumuru seed butter, and shea butter to soften lips and improve lip texture. Now, I don't really think that any of these quite goes with the look, so I'm probably going to use a different lipstick for this, but I do want to test out Clyde. If you don't know, these glosses are named after the ghosts. So the red one is Blinky, the pink one is Pinky, the blue one is Inky, and the orange one is Clyde. And these are their actual names from the game. But I really want to test this out. As you saw from the swatches, this one and the blue one are more sheer than the red and the pink one. But I'm just gonna test it out because I do like more orangey colors. And this kind of does go well with the look. If I wanted to go for a more subtle lip, yeah, this one does match. Now the question is, do I want to go for a subtle lip? I don't know. I think I would be more comfortable at the party with a subtle lip. And I think it adds to the very summery vibe I've got going on with the look. So yeah, I don't hate it. And it does feel very, very moisturizing. That might be because I have the balm underneath as well, but it doesn't feel sticky at all, which I really, really appreciate. You know what? I don't hate it with this lip. I was going to do a purple lip with the Fenty lip paint, but I don't know. I don't hate it. I might add a lip liner. We'll see. I'll do the lashes and then I'll go back to the lips. I know I'm jumping like back and forth, but this is how my brain works, okay? For mascara, I'm going to go in with the Milani Highly Rated Mascara. Just going to apply a quick coat of that. But I do like this mascara because it wears very, very comfortably. I'm going to pack it on the bottom lashes as well. I'm going to kind of direct my lashes to go around the little circle so that it doesn't get covered up. I had an idea for the lips. I think I'm going to add pink to them. And I'm going to add pink to the very center. I'm using the NYX Electro Brights Matte Lip Cream. And I'm going to add that. Ooh, I don't know how I feel about that. It's definitely bright. The reason I'm not using the pink from this collection is that it's a really like cool tone pink. It's weird. And then maybe, just maybe, I'm gonna add a touch of that purple Fenty lipstick to the very, very center. Ooh, and it's so dark. But I'm gonna blend it out. It's gonna work. It's gonna work out. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm gonna add some more of this gloss. More of the pink. So I'm going to go ahead and pop on some Ardell 600 lashes off camera. And I'm also going to put some little individual ones on the bottom, and then I'll come back for my final thoughts. I know I said I was going to wear a wig, but I kind of decided against it. I kind of like the way that my hair is slicked back. Might have to tame these little flyaways, but kind of like how it's looking. And yeah, my final thoughts on this collection is that I really like it. I really like the colors that they chose for the eye palette. I like that they included a blue gloss in there. I like that they kind of kept true to the colors from the actual video game. I kind of wish that the blush palette had a little bit more of variety. Like, why did we not see an orange blush in here? Why didn't we see a brighter red or a brighter pink? I think they could have gone bolder with the blushes for sure, especially because this is a limited edition collection, so they could have gone a little bolder with this. But the formula seems fine. Like, everything seems really good, especially for the price point. I say if you do like these colors, then go and get it quick because this is a limited edition. So yeah, I really, really like the eyeshadow palette. I will be using it again for sure. I think the colors are really pretty. I think they're really pigmented. And I ended up not doing my brows just because I'm running out of time. I'm like running an hour late. But yeah, I really, really enjoyed this collection. So I hope you guys enjoyed this look. Let me know if you grabbed anything from this collection down below. And if you did, what were your thoughts? So that's it for today, but I want to thank you so much for watching. Thank you to all my patrons who support me, and I will see you next time. Bye!